kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Hiding
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
We meet once again, folks. Once again, we sit around a table. Before we get started with tonight's session, which one of you would like to give a recap for last session?
So some of us here, at least the two of us that were here last week, we all got scolded.
Actually, better yet, let's start from 2 sessions ago, just to give a bit more of a well-rounded view.
We fucked up.
So, what happened?
So we were given a task by our dear old Daddy Douglas to investigate some disappearances from some of the donors around town and whatnot, some of the homeless folk. And 3 of us here were, along with Renee, who is not here for some reason. We were on our way to where they were last seen. And some bullshit happened, and a couple of our members were a bit hangry. And some bullshit happened with feeding and making sure to clean up after ourselves. And sorry, I don't know what's gotten into my throat just now, but there was a almost breach of the masquerade in that moment, which we narrowly escaped. And when we got to our building that we needed to investigate, some more bullshit happened, where Renee got herself inside, cleverly speaking. However, and she was about to be heading out to a different place because she feigned unconsciousness and the humans thought she died. So we had to deal with that. And then more bullshit ensues as we get her out of that situation, which involved making someone scare so badly they pass out. And just going through the building. None of us realized that we should probably check for cameras because none of us were thinking about it because this was an older building. But we found out some information as to what the fuck was going on with some of the folks that were disappearing, and we found a file that had some things about Val on it. There's a bit of a fan club going on with Mad Val, it seems. Especially in the medical field, which is concerning. And unfortunately, one of us had a bit of a freak out on their way out and ran into some caps and threw a door at their face accidentally. And yeah. And made a grand escape out of that. And that made it on the news, apparently. So one of us has to lay real low for a while. Oh, and then afterward, we found out, like the night after, we found that our phones were basically wiped. Of everything that we got evidence for in terms of what the fuck was going on. And also, we lost our cat for a bit. Alorah. Excuse me. And then we had to go pay a visit to our people because our people were very upset. Hence we got scolded for fucking up. And rightfully so, because that put them in danger as well. And one of us that needed to be laying real low for a bit got a nice hair job. In character, she now has purple and blue hair. Out of character, I don't have the funds for that. But yeah, now we're just kind of wondering what the fuck is going on. We have yet to hear back from Daddy Douglas as to what happened to our cat and other things, and we're just staying with our people for the moment.
Excellent. Thank you. That was well done.
You're welcome.
As we open tonight, once again, the sun dips below the horizon. Each of you, D and Mad Val, are going to need to make me a rouse check. Alorah, we'll get to you shortly.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Seven.
D, what did you roll?
A 1.
You add a point to your hunger pool.
It's a good thing I'm roommates with my donor now.
As you find yourselves once again thrust into consciousness, seemingly against your will, but that can't be helped because the moment the sun dips down below the horizon, you're awake. You can't help it. Unfortunately, during the summer months coming up, this is going to mean you don't get a lot in the way of, like, rest. But we'll see how that works out.
Oh, I'm gonna be so tired.
As you wake up and go about your evening, I want to know how the two of you are proceeding for the moment. First thing tonight.
First off, is this the next night after what happened last session, or is this a week later?
Now, this would be the night after.
Okay.
So we are basically screwing with our sense of time here. We are effectively 2 weeks back on a Tuesday.
Fucking shit up on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
No. One of the first things I'm gonna do when I wake up is I'm gonna check my emails on my phone with my stylus to see if I got any correspondence from whoever it was I spoke with on the phone for the questions that I sent over.
You have nothing yet. It is taking them a long while to get back to you, unfortunately. It's taking them a few days to get back to you. So,
yeah.
But there's a chance they may have to, sift through some information, or they may have to censor certain things you're not sure. That being said, for the moment, best let them do their job.
Yeah.
You do, however, as you're sifting through your emails, happen to find somebody trying to sell you on penis enlargement for some reason.
Just gonna mark it as spam and delete it.
It somehow managed to make its way into your primary inbox. You're still not quite sure how, but anyways, it goes away.
Yeah. Mark it as spam, delete it, block the sender if I have to. Why?
Val, what are you up to?
It's really loud behind me for a sec.
Okay, so anything else, Dee?
After sifting through my emails and dealing with that, slight what the fuck, I'm just gonna do some digging on my own. Just try to look up I'm going to try to look up more information about the law firm in Capistrano Beach that was the information that was given to me from Daddy Douglas on that, and look up kind of like its history and see if I can find anything on the history of the place that in terms of who ran it, how long, and see if any names pop up for me that can trigger any memories.
You're really digging for that, huh?
Hey, ever since Daddy Douglas told me that this is where I'm apparently from, and knowing that everyone else that I know has all of their memories now, I'm feeling a little left out.
You happen to find the information that you're looking for, population, kind of area, how long it's been around, background information, not a problem. You don't find anything that would trigger any memories for you, unfortunately.
Would I find any information, like further information on hold on, I have the note here on Mr. Kurt Pierce, who was supposedly the boss that I had when I died, who my body was found with.
Just a few articles surrounding his death, the fact that he was a full partner in the law firm, and the law firm was actually doing quite well. His online presence, or any mention of him online, is very carefully pruned, shall we say. Only the public image that they want to be present online is currently available.
Right. When are they dated?
Those articles would be dated probably about a week or so after you and he supposedly went missing.
What year?
3 or 4 years.
So these were dated. So these articles surrounding his death were dated 3 to 4 years ago.
Yeah, we'll say 4.
So that would have been roughly 2019.
Yep.
Is there like a specified date, like a month of 2019 or anything like that?
Would have been April.
April of 2019. Okay.
Unfortunately, the article does not list the date.
Right. But if these articles came out about a week after the death, that would probably put us at like either earlier April or sometime in March of 2019. Damn.
Val, what are you doing
Yes.
as you start off this evening?
One of the first things she does is probably, am I alone in the room or?
In your room? Yeah,
Yeah.
Victoria's not here at the moment.
Okay. Just starting to peruse the work from the night before, see which ones I like, which ones I hate. While sort of thinking about everything that it's her process for sorting out her thoughts, and everything that's been happening, which has been a shit ton. She's quite perturbed by this whole someone being there while they were sleeping back at the church. I'm like, deleting their phones, taking pictures of them on their phones. Like, that's like grade A creepy shit. And then there's the whole fact that they've got somebody that's missing and they're already on a shit list. While she's gazing at one of the drawings, she remembers that maybe there's a way of getting a little bit of extra insight into what happened. She digs for where she left her phone.
You managed to find your phone, not a problem. In, we'll say, a jacket pocket that you were wearing the other night.
And we're going to try Spirit Touch.
One moment, please.
I did it with Lydia's necklace. And we went looking for her.
One moment.
Oh, it's back.
I put that here somewhere. Sorry, just give me one quick sec
No worries.
as I look through all of this. Here we go. Spirit's Touch. What tab did you open that in? Why would you open that at the top? Cool.
Because it didn't make sense to open it at the bottom.
So by touching an inanimate object or the ground at a location, the vampire can sense the emotional residue left by those who have handled that object or visited the location in the past. The user gains insight into not only that person, but also what was done under what circumstances. While rarely crystal clear, the information often provides leads impossible to gain from regular forensics. So you're going to need to make me a rouse check.
8.
That is a success. Congratulations. And your dice pools are going to be intelligence plus aspects.
It's already a lot of dice, sorry.
You're good. We shall adapt. One moment as we roll the dice.
And shake a bird.
Something like that. Be sure not to roll the bird with the dice.
Unless the birdie wants to be rolled with the dice.
Sorry, I'm organizing.
This is where those higher levels break. It's a lot of dice.
Okay. Whoo, this is good. Oh, this is going to be good. All right. So there are no hunger dice.
Okay.
We have a 3 and a 4.
Yep.
2 6s.
Yep.
2 9s.
Yep.
3 10s.
Okay, so 3 10s plus 2. Okay. Is that everything?
Yes.
You get nothing back.
Absolutely nothing? Like, not even echoes of my...
Absolutely nothing. It's like the aura of this phone. It's like the energy from this phone. The residue from this phone that you would normally get is just gone.
Well, sometimes the absence of evidence is evidence. Do I know what could cause something like that?
At the present moment, I would have to say no.
Okay. Well, in that case, I guess I need to find Elijah and see where things are sitting with that. Because there's a few things on the docket that we need to know are settled, or where things are sitting before we can venture anywhere anyway. So,
Okay. So you venture out of your room. Are you going to collect the others, or are you going to find Elijah on your own?
on my own.
On your own? Cool. We're going to cut to D for a moment. What are you doing?
So after taking a look at things and finding out around which I actually probably died and realizing how much time has gone by, shit. I'm going to get up. Now, my sleeping arrangement, since I'm more than likely sleeping in
Marcus's room?
Marcus's room, do we just have like an extra bed in there? Am I sleeping under his bed for absolute darkness?
We'll say you set up a spot underneath his bed or on a cot kind of tucked away in the corner. Take your pick.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah. But basically, we probably would have figured something out in terms of sleeping arrangement to where I could still have my absolute darkness and he can still like get in and out of bed pretty easily.
Well, don't forget, the rooms have been outfitted with blackout curtains.
Yes.
Specifically for you weirdos.
Yes. Anywho, I get up. Is Marcus in the room or no?
He is not.
Okay, so I'm gonna just go into the bathroom and make sure I'm like all clean and dandy and whatnot. Notice my hair and be like, "Yep, I did that."
Yeah, there's still spots of hair dye on the ceiling, as a matter of fact, but the rest of it seems to be fairly well cleaned up.
Mm-hmm. I'm really gonna have to thank Renee for that later. Do something nice for her. And I'm going to start venturing out and seeing if anyone else is awake. I'd probably run into Val on my way out.
So as you're walking out the door, you do actually run into Val, who seems to be heading off on her own little adventure. You're not sure where. But as you move throughout the apartment, you cannot help but notice the absence of the humans that live there, the kind that live there. They seem to be out and kind of doing their own thing at the moment, apparently. One of them has left a message on the counter that says, I think it was Elijah, went out grocery shopping. Okay. Lydia has actually taken Renee out for the evening.
Very nice.
And Victoria and Leah are off to the movies.
Fair enough. Yay! I'm gonna look in the fridge to see if there's any extra snackage for us.
There are a couple of blood bags in the fridge for you, absolutely. They
Yeah.
have been nothing if not pretty prompt about having those in the fridge.
Yay. So when running into Val, hello Val.
Hello.
How'd you sleep?
Like the dead.
As we should, right?
I think it would be more disturbing if we actually remembered our sleeps.
Right. Oh, summer's gonna suck. And then opening the fridge. Haha. Hey, Val, do you want a blood bag?
And all the gold. 1,000
I'm
gold
sorry
special.
to remind you that that's unfortunately going to do nothing for me.
Right. I'm just grab myself a blood bag.
To be young again.
Yeah. So we're gonna need to help you find something a little bit fresher. Oops.
Oh, I was
Fine, come back.
well topped up for the night.
1,000
I think
gold
I'll be
special
good
chest
for a
right
while.
here.
I suppose that is an upside to age.
Mm-hmm.
Better
Plans
stamina.
before you actually live.
I hope I get to live that long. Or unlive that long. If that makes sense.
If you're enjoying it, you're living it, my dear.
I'm trying to enjoy it as best I can under the current circumstances.
You guys can't hear that, can you?
Hear what?
I've been sitting here knocking on
Oh,
wood.
now I heard that.
I was trying to imitate the sound of somebody knocking on a door, but apparently it did not translate through Discord.
Oh,
So, we'll do this the old-fashioned way then. Cool. No sound effects.
you missed?
Rock.
Yeah, like that. So, as you guys are chatting, you do happen to hear a knocking on the door.
Is there people on the door?
Well,
Looking
I
up-
suppose we'll have to go look quietly. These doors have peepholes, right? It's an apartment building.
Yeah, there is a peephole on the door. As you peer out the peephole, on the other side of the door, you see a face that you've seen once before. Rose has decided to drop by for the moment.
What? I'm gonna let Elijah know Rose is here. I get out my phone. Hey, Elijah, Rose is here.
Takes a moment, but you do get a response back. Yeah, sorry, I got held up at the grocery store. There's some extra things I got to pick up, and then I got a couple of other errands to run. Would you mind telling her I take a rain check on today's visit, and I will catch up with her soon?
Would it be okay for her to come inside and hang out with me and Val anyway?
I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. Because she came all this way, it'd be rude.
Yeah, let her in. She's more than welcome to come in.
Cool. So, I opened the door. Hi, Rose!
Hello. I hear you've been having some fun.
You want to come in?
That'd be lovely.
Also, Elijah wanted me to tell you he's going to have to take a rain check on whatever activities you two had planned for this evening. Some things caught up, and I just show her the text messages.
What he
She
said
looks
was
at it.
what he said was he's going to have to take a rain check on tonight's visit with Rose popping by unexpectedly. Sorry, clarification.
She glances at it, closes the door behind her, and says, "What in all utter nonsense have you two been up to? I stay pretty remote, and yet I saw the news. Have you lost your mind?"
In her defense, a fair amount of it is missing still.
You have no excuse. None whatsoever. You know better.
Jim.
I'm not the one who got caught.
I panicked. I don't know what happened. I panicked.
Besides, I think you're going to be much more interested in what we actually found.
Oh, so you have proof somewhere?
That is another weird, strange occurrence that... Why don't you sit down? I think we have a lot to catch up on.
Oh, I think you might want to sit down. Because if I heard about it, goodness knows plenty others have heard about it. And if they've heard about it, you're in trouble. You might want to sit down. And she glares at both of them.
And I'm sitting at this point. Sir?
Not to find a point on it, when I left you, you had plenty of people. You had plenty of accommodations. Did we lose our marbles and decide to go on the news for fun?
No,
Goodness, you're dramatic.
no, we were asked to look into something, and it just so happened that where it was over there.
And so nobody thought,
Hey,
it's a modern era and that there are cameras everywhere, regardless of what buildings look like?
sorry, my cat is being a butt.
Val is not deigned an answer, that's all. My nails are more interesting, apparently.
Whoa.
There were other things surrounding that kind of at least distract me from things, and I don't. It was a real crazy night, and I'm trying to stay as low as possible at this point.
Oh, that's probably a wise idea. But you, and Rose turns and looks at Val and says, you know better. You know what they don't know. So why didn't you help her?
She's also been
First,
for like 700 years.
a few things. I'm not her sire. Now, admittedly, yes, there were some fuck-ups along the way. Nothing can be done about that. On the other hand, most of it has been taken care of. Also, yes, I had been asleep for a rather long time and were missing some rather important parts of my faculties. Now, I wonder how you would feel having over 1,000 years of memory just suddenly crammed back into your head while suddenly discovering that there's, what shall we call it? A harvesting station right here in the middle of this very city that keeps files on the actual blood compositions of its kindred.
Yeah, that one was a little bit weird.
I think that is far more concerning at the moment than a few, we'll say, unfortunate souls who happen to blunder through a random building that
Random.
for the
Wow.
humans, they've already forgotten about it. It's very obvious that the people from this century have extraordinarily short attention spans. Now, if someone from higher up decides to make themselves known and come talk to us about the matter, I will gladly entertain them. But, miss, you better back down your horse now.
Val?
And she just laughs at you. Oh, you don't think they haven't noticed? Humans have a short-term attention span, but they don't. They'll come after you, and they don't play.
I'm well aware, and I'm waiting for
Really?
them.
Because you're not acting like it. You're acting like a neophyte. You
Sorry,
are
it's hard to
in.
answer with the background.
I believe the term you
Yeah.
were looking for was neonate.
Thank you. Neonate. You can't come into this city and act like you know everything just because you've been alive. You know enough. You may not be their sire, but you're the oldest one among them, and therefore you are the one who knows. Don't. And she just points at her and says, mm-mm.
No, this is an out of character thing for the storyteller.
Sorry,
Like-
say that again?
While these two were having their little spat and Dee is just sitting there taking in the information, I decided to roll my own composure check. See if I can keep it cool. And because I have a hunger die, my hunger dice was a 10 at least, but then my other two die were ones.
So your hunger die was a 10.
Yeah.
Normally, that would be a messy critical. However, right now you are surrounded by individuals that know exactly what you are, so if you tend to get a little antsy, it's not going to make that big of a deal. That being said, your temper may rise a little bit. And while you are trying to stuff that down, there may be just a quick flash from you.
Because otherwise Dee is just going to be like trying not to hyperventilate here, even though she knows she can't breathe, but that like innate need to try to do breathing exercises too, just like calm down, please, is what's going on in her head right now. Anyway, sorry for interrupting. Continue, ladies.
I think you are misconstruing my patience with the matter as some sort of lack of care. That's not the issue here at all. Now,
Well, then pray. Go ahead.
what's done is done. All I can do now is prepare them for what will come.
What's gonna come for us?
Oh, please enlighten us.
You just see Dee like trying not to hyperventilate.
These are the kinds of conversations that I want to have more than once, and we have some people that are missing. Not to mention that I don't owe you, specifically, any sort of explanation.
Oh, you don't owe me anything. But you owe her, and she points to Dee, you owe her a heck of a lot. As well as your other missing companions. How did they go missing anyway?
That we don't know what happened to Alorah. Renee is out right now, but she'll be back. Other than that, what do you mean, Rose? As to Val here having a lot to what? Sorry.
Dee, honey, breathe. Well, you know what I mean. Has it occurred to you that perhaps your current approach is actually not helping the situation? What I am trying here is to keep everyone calm. There are still pieces to be set, and I will not make rash judgments or give all of my cards up simply because you demand them. If I speak to her regarding these matters, it will be privately.
Yeah, flame.
Wow. And she flexes her fingernails and looks at them.
Now, if you have something genuinely helpful, I'm all ears. Otherwise, I'm wondering why you're here at all.
Well, for one, she looks at D, glances back, and looks at Val. My intent before I saw the news was to check on y'all. But then I saw the news. And here, you don't want to know what happened. The last time this happened, we lost people because somebody couldn't keep their mouths shut. And the humans found out. I'm simply trying to do damage control before it gets worse.
Yeah.
Well, aren't we lucky that that's already been in the process of happening? Thank you for your care.
We still appreciate you for wanting to help in the endeavors of keeping things on the down low, Rose.
Uh-huh.
Or at least I do. And I know Elijah does as well.
So then she looks at and Dee and says, have both of you fed today?
I just had a blood bag. Speaking of storyteller, with the blood bag that I was having while talking with Val before Rose came, would that have gotten rid of my hunger die?
You only had one hunger die?
Yeah.
It has been brought to my attention the only way to take your hunger down to 0 is to kill. So that is on me. Because as I'm sifting through the rules, that is something that I was unaware of. So my apologies.
So do I have to kill or just feed on a live person without killing them?
You have to kill. Such is the price of being what you are.
Does it have to be a human?
In this case, because it's me, yes.
Saw that coming.
The rules say no. However, you can there is an alternative. You can kill another kindred for that.
That has its own sets of complications.
Sure does.
Careful with that one.
Yeah.
I'm not. In most cases, I'm not giving you the easy out of using animals as anything other than Twinkies. I'm setting that up as a house rule right now. There are certain things that you have to take in character setup in order to be able to take advantage of that.
Well,
I already knew I was screwed on that front. Such is the price sometimes.
so am I going to be remaining at the one hunger die, or
You
should my hunger
are,
deal?
until you kill.
Okay. Okay, so to Rose then. I had a blood bag earlier, but yeah, still a bit hungry. But again, trying to stay on the down low for a while, not go out really until everything blows over, and then help where I can in order to help just not have anything else come up.
And you see her loosen a bit because she sees Dee's distress. That's probably the best. What would also probably be the best is and she looks at Val and says, I concede I came in here high-handed, but I still think she needs to know. I will step out, and you can give her the information she needs.
Or you...
One moment. Apparently we have a phone call.
Val might still want to wait until the others come back, or at least until Renee comes back. We still don't know what happened with Alorah. I don't know if you met her. She has she's called a Gangrel. She has cat-like features.
Yeah, I didn't meet her.
Okay.
She had stayed in, been taken. I'm not sure when we first met.
Yeah, that's fair. I did find out last night that Renee and I might be Tremere.
Really?
Just some questions were asked because I was talking to Marcus last night as he was helping me with my looks, and he just it came up that some of us don't really know what we are in terms of like what bloodline we are, and then he just asked some questions and was like, well, Renee and I can do some weird shit with our blood, and it's like, oh yeah, Tremere. What?
Well then, you're on your way, and you can almost hear the warmth in her voice. Do you like information?
What?
I said, do you like collecting information and knowing everything you possibly want?
You hear Val kind of giggle in the background. That's all this girl's been after is information the whole entire time I've known her.
Yeah.
Well, and information is something that is vital because, sadly, without all the pieces, as you said, one can't know everything or do the right thing.
Right. And heck, most of my searching has been trying to find out what happened to me when I was human. The most I've gotten was that I apparently died about March or April of 2019. But I've only been, along with Val, Renee, and our friend Alorah, we've all been awake and conscious and going about things since, I don't know, a month and a half now.
Which can be traumatizing, especially if you're looking for information, for sure.
I thought we were still in like 2019, maybe heading into fall or winter of 2020 or something like that.
Well,
a lot.
It is a lot, but trust me when I say this, you're better off skipping to this time. You'll find out. The more information you find, the better off you are. Now, and she turns back to Val and says, could you possibly impart some of the information that you know? Because she knows you better than I do. And you will know what will freak her out, then won't. Go to one of the rooms, but be back in about 5-10 minutes.
Sure. I appreciate your... I'm looking for the English word, literally.
Is the term you're looking for, shoot.
Candor?
Yeah, something like that, like politeness, candor, something along the... Ah, bird! Fuck!
Respect?
That's getting clipped!
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Thank you. Do you get your ass in there?
Suddenly a bird flies in through the window, fucks up Val's hair, and is now making a nest out of it. Dee goes into one of the rooms. Which room?
Honestly, so we're gonna do some meta shit here. You know what? Since I've the windows are being all weird.
What are you looking for?
It's been a while since I've looked at like the exact breakdowns of like the levels when it comes to like masquerade breaches. And I know a lot of it sometimes depends too on the creator's world, or the story. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I would expect that at this level, as long as we're quiet for the next little while and don't make any more waves, We shouldn't be seeing any waves from anybody, though that would probably be watched from afar kind of thing. After that, it's, you're likely to get a visit from various individuals in the power structure. But at this point, Val wouldn't be too sure what the power structures are exactly like, given that there is some difference. Like the Camarilla was just starting to be a newborn baby when she went to sleep. So she can give like those kinds of basics, but we have a tight line to walk. And if we fuck it up, it's, a kind of trial where you're lucky if guilty or, innocent until proven guilty is not really how they operate.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it also just depends on who happens to be running the show in this city. And that's something that she's still been trying to figure out. And Father Douglas has not been very forthcoming with that, unfortunately. So,
I mean, to be fair, he is human. And then there's the fact that, he probably has his own hide to handle.
there's the fact that he's also probably missing or something right now, but that's another issue for the list. But
as you two are talking and going through all of this information and basically unloading into Dee's brain a crap ton of information that she might need to know otherwise, once again, there is a knocking on the door that Rose can hear, with you two being currently in the bedroom. I'm assuming doors shut, so...
Yes. Rose shut the door behind her when she came in.
Yep, I did. So then at that point, Rose would knock on the door and says, "Hey, this isn't my house. Val, D, actually probably Val, because D, you probably don't want to be out."
Not outside the apartment at the moment.
That's fair.
We're gonna have to give a sec till Mad Val comes back. That was awkward timing. I love it.
Val went to use the restroom.
Temporary one
She's
time.
wanting to make sure she still looks pretty.
I mean, the bird did come and fly on her head.
Yes. She probably has to go fix her hair.
All I'm saying is, where am I? I don't know. Save me. Do I need to be saved? Probably not. Maybe. Do I get to eat someone? We'll find out.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Rose hears the door on the apartment door. She knocks on the door that Val and Dee are in and opens it, sticks her head in and says, "Hey, somebody knocked on the door. As it's not my house." She glances at Dee and kind of goes, "Probably don't want to be you," and looks at Val and says, "Hey, do you mind getting it?"
if I must.
I'll just be with you just to be sure, so that way we can at least see through the people who it
Just
is. And then
stay out of sight.
I will.
She's right.
Okay.
You better stay in here.
Okay.
Walk to the door. People.
So, as you look through the peephole, Val, you don't see anybody, but what you do see is a package that has been apparently left on the ground in front of the door. It almost looks like a UPS package.
Look
Probably
back at
about-
Rose.
Probably about this big.
It's a package.
Oh, those usually, maybe it's one of your people who gave something. I don't know. We get a lot of things delivered.
I must do like a group message with the Elijah, Marcus, Leah,
Hold on.
Victoria.
Is D within earshot of this? Or is Val just saying this to me?
I thought Dee was still in the room where we told her to stay.
Where is
Yes.
D?
In the room where I was told to stay. I thought I would have at least overheard those two talking from my room, though.
If the door's open, then yes, you probably would.
Yeah.
Yes, the door would have been left open.
Yeah. I'm gonna send a group message real quick, then.
Yep.
Send a group message to all the humans. Like, all of our humans.
Yep.
Not all the humans, just our humans.
And your message says?
Hey, a package came to the door. Did anyone order anything from wherever? It's a boxy package.
You get a response from Elijah. Yeah, that's mine. I ordered something off of Amazon a few days ago. I've been expecting it now for quite a bit, and they're kind of late on the delivery. Would you be a dear and bring it in for me?
Sure. Greenheart. Durgan. Greenheart. Send.
God damn it. He basically just sends back a heart. Smiley face.
Yay! And that's in the group chat, too. So, Elijah was expecting something.
I will carefully open the door, look down the hallway.
Does it say to Elijah?
Is there anybody down the hallway?
Make me, I think it's, for that it would be what? Wits and composure?
It would. If she's looking down the hallway, it would
Because
be...
I know the roles differ depending on the scenario. So just give me 1 second.
Awareness?
I would say awareness.
Give me 1 second.
Note, I am using all olfactory senses. Eyeballs.
Sorry, just bear with me
Sniffer.
for 1 second.
Oh, the factory
You know what? Screw this. I'm just going to give it to you. There is nobody in the hallway.
No weird smells?
Nope.
Is it that weird absence that she's been sensing again?
Yeah, is it the absence of absence? Because that's also something.
No, there's just nobody in the hallway. You guys are fucking paranoid. Holy shit.
Yeah, thanks.
No.
It's not like there's a massive organization that could potentially show up at any moment to gank our asses or anything. Oh, wait, there's 2 of those!
Yeah.
That you know of. That you know of.
Also, we're also not veteran players of tabletop RPG games or anything.
And it's not like I've never played with you before and totally don't expect this kind of... Anyway. Since I can't read it.
Really
Anyway,
funny.
I'm going to pick up the package and bring it inside.
So, Val. My dear.
Yes.
The moment you bend over to pick up the package,
For fuck's sake.
the shadows in the hallway start flickering.
Well, fuck this.
2 of them seem to erupt out of... 2 people seem to erupt out of the shadows quick as a flash. They rush you. And they attempt to grab your arms.
Oh no.
In order to do anything, you are going to need to make me a dex roll because you are currently bent over.
Does Rose see this?
Give me 1 moment.
Hold on. I want to see what Val does.
I think I can do something. Ha 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 ha. Okay, wait, I need to look at something.
One moment, folks. Bear with us. The players are loading. Please stand by.
Okay. We're going to do split second.
Okay.
It's a level 5 celerity.
Yes, it is. Let me grab that. One moment, please. The speed at which the vampire moves catches up with their supercharged perception, allowing them to react to events around them at a moment's notice. Ambushers find their prey already standing behind them, and favors are completed before the words leave the supplicant's mouth. You have no dice pool, but this is going to cost you a rouse check.
Eight.
Okay, one moment, please.
And while...
Hold on.
Okay, sorry.
I have several things that are happening here in the background, so just bear with me, please. It's gonna be a little weird tonight, because just bear with me.
This is a new system, so this is interesting to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Or be a part of, actually.
Okay. That is not what I wanted. I think it was this one. Okay, so what are you doing? So you rolled an 8. So you rolled a what?
An 8 for the rouse check.
Okay. So that is a success. So your body speeds up. Your actions are basically now equal with what you are able to perceive around you. However, one of them also seems to be moving at the same speed as you, as he grabs your arms.
Both arms or just one?
He's attempting to grab both.
Does Rose see this?
You're in the bedroom at the moment.
No, Rose, not Dee.
Or sorry. Rose.
So Rose sees Val bend down and sees the shadow, and as she does so, she pulls something out of her pocket and goes for Val, and attempts to stake her in the back.
With Val distracted, the
Yes.
stake sinks into Val's flesh, instantly succumbing her into darkness, basically dragging her into darkness and paralyzing her as she falls to the ground.
What's...
That's when five individuals in the hallway look at Rose. Where are the others?
One's out, the other one's in the back bedroom, and she steps beside.
He's gonna love this.
I'm closing the door now.
She looks at the note that was left on the counter and says, "Looks like one of them's at the movies."
I'm closing my bedroom door now.
We'll take it from here. Just watch that one, and for the love of God, don't pull the stake out.
You got it, boss.
So I'm closing my bedroom door because my bedroom door was open when all that happened.
Yep.
And so now I'm closing the bedroom door, locking it, and then going out the window. Well, he's taking a look out the window to make sure that there's no one else that could capture me.
You turn around to go for the window, and a figure materializes in front of you, having passed through the walls. He looks down at you. You. He just stares at you for a long moment.
Please don't kill me.
If we wanted you dead, we wouldn't be standing here. That being said... Oh, please tell me you're not going to piss yourself.
I don't think I'm even capable of doing that. A character. In character. I don't think I'm capable of doing that.
We have to figure out what to do with you before somebody from behind you, it's just suddenly there as well. Rose, in here!
I'm supposed to watch this one.
That one, just drag her in, don't jostle the stake, and get in here.
You got it. And so she drags Val's inert body in behind her.
I say she should roll that to make sure that she doesn't fuck it up and dislodge that stake.
Fair. 1 moment. No, one moment. 1 moment.
Oh God.
Love you.
Of course, of course.
Let me see here. Where is
Rose is going to remember this.
Rose? You mean Val?
I'm gonna
Val's
get you
gonna remember this.
Val's never gonna trust Rose again.
Mm-mm.
I'm going to get you. We're gonna combine 2 rolls here for a second. And strength.
Okay.
I'm gonna do equal parts strength and dex for you for that.
Okay.
So if I'm reading your character sheet right, that is going to give you 4 dice altogether.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, I got it. Do you want me to just say the 4? What do you want me to do?
As you are getting ready to pull her in, just make your roll for me. And you're going to basically, you're going to say it out loud. You're going to tell us what you rolled, just like normal.
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, I got a 3, 7, 7, and a 6.
Cool. So 3 successes. That's good. And as you bend down to drag her, we've got the other 3 that didn't show up in the bedroom are actually helping to stabilize the stake. They look at you and they're just like, we've got this, go.
Okay. She goes off to that room. You rang.
D, you feel cold steel in front of your neck.
Like, is the person in front of me holding a blade to me, or the person behind me holding a blade to me?
The person behind you is, and it is not a small blade.
Fuck.
It looks over at Rose.
I'm looking at Rose like, why?
You know what the boss said. You're the one to
I
do it.
do. You got it. And she pulls out another stake and says, nothing personal, kid. Just the job. And she stakes her.
As the stake drives in, you just hear, stand still, little one, and it won't hurt as bad before everything fades to black. For the both of you. We, dear folks, are going to cut for break for the moment.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb. And I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up. Cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. So instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Taking shots at the enemy, I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You are not as tough as
that you never guess. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard. I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
you are not as tough though.
Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots, who are not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots, who are not as tough as me. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant, I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. losing it. The noose it fits some lucid shit. A stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh, I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. That's it, the end of the song. Next time you'll sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give. Don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid. Feel like my brain is overloaded, man, I'm losing it. Don't let them tell you what to do, man, they don't know shit. Hey man, how the hell you doing? I've been just fine, living life with the noose and in my mind, all I hear is music. Watching your mouth move, damn you look stupid. I feel like everyone's a stranger. Small talk with your narcissistic neighbor. She's real hot, but they said to never date her. I agree, but you did and I hate her. You wanna get away? You better get in line. Won't go another day of wasting any time. I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter. 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 Hey man, can I get a favor? Yeah, sure, hot, no, see you later. Sometimes I just wanna be a hater. Gotta wash down the top 40s with a chaser. Your voice starts feeling like a waiter. Scraping my mind against a cheese grater. Before you go, sir, you have to sign a waiver. That's alright, I'm aware of the danger. You wanna get away? You better get in line. Won't go another day of wasting any time. I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter. 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 No filter, I got no filter.
Welcome back to tonight's session slash episode. Hope you all had a very good break and you were all rested and relaxed and having a fun time. To my players, moment, just before we left for break, we found our dear Mad Val and our dear D had a stake shoved into their bodies, rendering them paralyzed. We're now going to shift scenes for a moment. As Alorah, please make me a rouse check.
Seven.
Congratulations. You do not take a point of hunger, as you are slowly pulled back to consciousness, but this isn't like waking up like you've ever felt it, like it normally happens for you. This is almost lethargic for you. It's very slow as your senses start to, one by one, come back online. And the first thing you hear is the engine of a vehicle. You can feel yourself on what appears to be the back seat of a car that is apparently moving down the street.
Am I in any way restrained, or am I just floppy in the back seat?
You are, actually. Oh. You are currently bound up in chains.
Am I blindfolded, or can I open my eyes at all?
I don't know, Bone Collector. Why don't you tell us? Would you have blindfolded?
She is not blindfolded. But she would smell the scent of a strawberry vape that has been hit.
Okay, I'm gonna open my eyes. The way I'm laying, is my head like behind the driver or the passenger?
Passenger.
Okay, so I can diagonal look over. I'm gonna look over at the driver. Is there anyone else in the vehicle?
Nope, just the driver.
I don't like
That was
this.
an 8. By the way, Blaze, that was an 8 for Mask of a Thousand Faces.
That is a success as far as I'm concerned, so go ahead.
Yeah. You got yourself in a lot of trouble, didn't you? Glad you're awake now.
Okay, am I able to speak?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This is awkward. Highly awkward. Super awkward. Why?
Why indeed?
That's not an answer.
I don't know. Did breaching the masquerade ever occur to you?
Okay, first of all, I didn't agree to play this game. Secondly, I think the chains are a little excessive. I feel like a very heavy worm right now. Thirdly, I didn't kill anyone.
No. But you did get the attention of something really bad.
Okay, can we just feed it tacos and like let me go that way? Trying to like, I'm wiggling. I'm just like that way. Wiggle.
The trouble you got yourself into doesn't like tacos. They like ash. They like your ash.
I hope you're speaking with an impediment right now. And I don't feel like being I don't feel like being that way. Yeah, no, that does not agree with me.
I'm glad. Because if I thought that's what you wanted, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
So you're not delivering me to be Ash?
I'm not delivering. I am not delivering you to the SI. No. Which, by the way, you can thank me later for removing all of that. Do you know what the SI is?
The Second Inquisition?
Indeed. What are they like doing to your and my kind?
Not letting us live.
Right. What are they like placing us at?
I just know they don't like us living because, yeah, they got my brother at one point. It was a problem.
Yeah, they don't like us having corporeal bodies. And your little stunt, along with all your little friends, placed a massive target on all of your backs.
I mean, yeah, but also, like,
Here's a question.
kind of new to all of this, so still learning.
Yeah. Do you still go by your living name before you were embraced?
I just barely got all the memory stuff back, and everyone just kind of keeps calling me Kitty still.
Mm-hmm. Was that a nickname when you were alive?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. When I
You
was
ha-
alive, I was Alorah, and then I met a Bigfoot, and the Bigfoot bit me, and now I look like a cat dog. So, somewhere along the lines, there is a sire running around named Daddy, who apparently ditched me 5 years ago. And I woke up in a place where there were ashes, but I didn't know that. I adopted a door named Penelope. We were rescued by Daddy Dougie and living in a church where I stole a Bible and then made friends with cats. And yeah, things keep happening to me. No one's given me a rule book or explained anything. And now I'm a chain worm in a backseat of a car going, I don't know where.
All you see him doing now as he's looking at the road driving is he pulls up a cell phone and hits the CCTV footage of you throwing the door.
Wasn't her, it was actually one of her friends.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
friend,
A taller blonde lady.
a taller blonde lady, and be like, so this wasn't you, but was that the door you were mentioning?
No. See, there have been about 3 Penelopes at this point. That one would be Penelope 4, or as we call it, Penelope Floor, because that was from the window to the wall. That was that Penelope. That was that one. I didn't do that.
True, he's just passing over. All you start seeing is the footage that has you and your friends all on that night, just entirely doing vampire shit.
Okay, look, in my defense,
I'm just gonna step in here for a sec. Can't talk right now, doing hot vampire shit.
Right? Wait, does this also include Renee's little stunt with being a dead person coming back from the dead?
That is all on there.
No, my God!
oh, then they
Fair.
would have seen this badge off the guy, because that would have been in there too.
Yeah. He was like all nicely tucked in for sleep and then stealing his badge.
As you two are talking, and Alorah is no doubt giving our dear bone collector a bit of a headache, we're going to shift scenes for a moment. As the bone collector starts to pull into a very familiar neighborhood.
Yay.
D. Mad Val. Please make me a rouse check.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck a duck. Oh, no.
You want me to take over the 5?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
I got a 3.
You add a point of hunger. What's that put you at, 2?
That's 2 now.
Cool. Val?
10.
10. Congratulations on the success.
Do you want to now? That's, I guess, slightly meta. I do remember seeing that there might be some side rules when it comes to my age coming out of torpor. Do you want to try and apply that, or do you just want to go standard?
Right now, we're going to go standard just for my own sake of mind, because we are still getting a handle on the base rules, and then once we kind of get a handle on that, we will move into the more complicated rules. What I'm attempting to do is layer our knowledge. We start with the basics,
absolutely.
and then we work our way up. So, as...
Decisions.
Pardon?
Who's going first?
So, you two, the last thing you remember. Val, you remember bending over in a hallway, trying to grab a package before being assaulted and then suddenly black as a sharp pain erupts through your body. Dean, you remember being scared absolutely shitless as Rose walked into the room and shoved a stake into your body, blossoming pain and then nothing but blackness. And as you two wake up and you are pulled back into what passes for consciousness, each of you find yourselves solitarily in a room that is, well, it's white. It is very, very white.
Like clean white.
As in the rocks and the cement that this room is made out of have been painted over. The same color of white that they would use in sterile halls in a hospital. There is a sink next to a door across the room from you, next to which lies 2 shelves. Off to the right-hand side lies in each of these rooms lies a bucket. It looks like it's draining a faucet or something, and the entire ceiling, the entire roof, is nothing but pipe work, almost like it hasn't been finished. This looks almost like a, well, for the both of you, janitor's closet, but the first thing that you notice is that as each of you come to, is that the other's nowhere to be found.
So it's just me and Val in there.
No, the other is nowhere to be found.
Oh.
We're alone.
You guys are alone in this room.
You have your closet, I have my closet.
Better not come out of the closet.
Too late.
When I try to, like, move my limbs, are my limbs bound, or can I move freely?
You are both bound in what appears to be really thick and heavy chain.
Oof. Ow. Fuck.
If your limbs were capable of it, they would be aching.
I'm looking around my cubby. Do I see like any air vents or anything like that?
You see nothing of the sort.
Okay.
Valerie knows what's coming, so she's pretty much just set herself to wait patiently until come what may.
Dee doesn't know what the fuck's coming.
Fair. So, Dee, what are you doing?
So, remembering that it was Rose that staked me and probably Val and all that bullshit, and overhearing what Rose had to say in terms of, like, the fuck is going on here. Dee is probably going to take a wild guess that there's some kind of, like, judgment thing possibly going on or some bullshit. So she's just going to try and calm down a little bit, because the first thing that came to her mind was try to use her corrosive vitae to maybe melt the chains, but she's having second thoughts on that considering what transpired just beforehand. So, at least I know I have it in case I need it, but right now...
As you are mulling over your options, D, the door... give me 1 second here. Two individuals walk into your room as the door opens. 1 second while I grab you a description. Actually,
I'll say it.
Bone Collector, go for it.
So you see the one that is a Japanese American female, 4'10" height with 109 pounds possibly, size 00 waist, B cups with a 20-inch bust, long straight black hair, dressed in Lolita style dress, with 2 katanas on her back, 2 wakasashis on either side of her hips, and you can see that underneath there might be more.
And you're going into Dee's room? Dee's closet or Val's closet?
Dee's
room, yeah.
Okay.
The other personnel is a 6 tall Caucasian man in a business suit with dark eyebrows. He's bald and slightly muscular build. Almost like that of Hitman. And Jackson sits down in front of D with a manila envelope.
And Jackson is your character?
No.
No?
That's the bald dude.
Oh, Jackson is the bald dude? Okay.
You haven't met his character yet.
Nope, okay.
Obviously opens up the manila envelope and has a pretty good dossier of D.
Is that my file?
Yes, the one we found from the SI. Second Inquisition?
Yeah,
Know of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but what? Does it happen to have my real name in it?
It has everything in it. How you came to be, who your sire is, how many things you've done so far.
I panicked and then I'm sorry. I've been trying to lay low.
Well, I'm glad you think so. He pulls out another manila envelope and sets it right next to it, takes the other, closes it, and pulls it off the table. You want a new life? You want to live?
Right. When it comes to that, I really don't know what I want. What I know right now is that I want to at least find out what happened to me and who I used to be to just give me a better idea of what I should try to look for in a new life.
New life means clean slate. It means the past is the past. But you fucked up already. And we had to clean it. My boss is not going to be happy about this. But play your cards right. You get a new life. You get a new identity. Fresh, clean. You are Camarilla, yes?
What?
You are Camarilla, yes?
I don't know that term. I'm sorry.
You hold up the 6 traditions, yes? Don't break the masquerade, hospitality, domain, accounting, progeny.
I only know of not breaking the masquerade. I've only been really conscious of everything so far for at least about a month and a half. I only just found out that I may or may not be Tremere. I don't even know what Tremere are.
They're the magic types.
What?
They're the magic types. You know, fire, wind, water, air,
That's a thing?
blood magic, indeed.
I mean, well, yeah, I've done a little bit of blood magic, but I thought that was just like I thought that was more of like some sort of weird thing that I could do with like mine because I don't know. I didn't think it was like some sort of magic thing. What?
It also occurs to you, Dee, that you've seen Renee do this once or twice as well.
Yeah, no, and like, I mean, I only know of one other person besides myself, and she has, along with me, only been aware of such things for like the last month and a half. Like, we're kind of both in the same boat.
Then you two knew. Fledglings.
No, like we literally just found out. Like, what is this? Is it still Tuesday? We found out like last night. We just knew that we could do this like really weird thing with our blood, but we're like not sure what the extent of it is. Renee tried to use it as cleaner for hair dye last night. It didn't work.
I'll tell you one thing. You sound like you're brand new, and your sire didn't teach you crap.
I didn't even get my sire's name before.
Before what?
Wait, actually, would Dee remember her sire or anything like that? No, she still doesn't remember anything. Does she?
A, you don't remember anything, and B, he didn't give you his name anyways.
Right. So, to rephrase that, I don't even know who my sire. I don't even remember anything as to what happened before I died. I literally found out earlier this evening that just like looking into things on my own, that the place that I used to work at, supposedly in San Dimas, California, that I supposedly died about 2019. And it's like, what, 2023? I missed out on, what, 5 freaking years?
Then we have much to offer you.
As
Dee
is...
What happened to me?
What was that?
I just want to know what happened to me. And who I was.
As Dee is currently shitting a brick.
Yeah, basically.
We are going to move over to Val, who is, I believe you said, waiting patiently.
Yep.
As your door opens with an ominous creaking sound, almost as if it hasn't been oiled in a while. And 3 individuals walk in to your room. You are likewise bound in a fairly thick chain.
You see one man standing 5'8", thin build, has a green and yellow mohawk, and wears a black spray-painted painter's ventilator tricked out with biohazard signs on it and studs. He has a scar over his left eye, and he wears practically all leather. There's another. A man 5'9", medium build, blue eyes, styled with short black hair of mixed ethnicities, wearing an Armani suit, has a goatee with chiseled jawline, a tattoo on his right hand with an eye within a pyramid. And lastly, You see a curly, nape-leveled, blonde-haired woman, 5'4", green eyes, with an athletic build and a B cup, wearing a business suit, and on her throat you see a butterfly of a monarch. She sits at the table across from Val with another manila envelope dropping. Each of the men stand on either side of her. Hello, Val.
Hello.
You can detect a French accent.
You
You've
have
been in our
colleagues?
You've been in our sight for some time.
It seems to be a common theme.
What sect do you derive from?
I'm assuming you're asking my clan
No,
or my
I'm asking
allegiances.
what sect you're from, Mesens. Are you Camarilla? Are you Anarch? Or are you an enemy of the state?
You'll have to forgive my my memories of the Camarilla are from, I would say you could call it their infanthood. And my memories are still cloudy, but I do believe they seemed the favorable option.
Ah, so you do believe in the 6 traditions, yes?
I do, actually. At least, if they are now what they were then. And I'm afraid this is not, she looks at the hole, not my first torpor. Though I will admit this one has been refreshably short compared to the last time.
Well, I'm glad you think so. The thing is you uphold the 6 traditions. Then why did you break the very first tradition, or had your friends break this first tradition?
I'm afraid that at the time, not all of us were in our full, what do you say, capabilities. There has been issues in terms of memories, and I'm unfortunately only recently reacquired.
But you know why you're here, yes?
One moment.
Unfortunately, I was, we'll say, too late in preventing any sort of breach. I had hoped that the event would go under the guise of, we'll say, what do you say? Freak occurrence, perhaps. I'm not sure. I will admit it was, 2 nights ago? It's a lot to adjust to. I'm still getting used to the fact that cameras are everywhere.
moment while I confer with my colleagues for a second.
As you folks step out of the room, leaving Dee and Val to their own devices for a moment, Dee being a whimpering mess, and Val being rather what appears to be calm, cool, and collected under the face of pressure. We have...
Like a duck on the pond, calm on the surface, pedaling like crazy underneath.
Alorah, we cut to you in the vehicle as the driver pulls into a spot out front of a building. And he guides you into the building. Guides,
James?
carries. It's all the same.
You know.
Neighbors won't complain.
You're up.
So now she's in a room as well, yes. White, bolted down chair, bolted down table in front of her. She would notice something as okay. She'd noticed that there was 3 others that came to this man's aid in making sure that Alorah was tightly fitted to the chair. Oh, I should probably introduce you, Alorah. These are my comrades. They're the ones that found you. Now, am I still here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Alorah has frozen, though.
That's what I thought too.
One moment.
Marli is
That is
frozen.
an awesome face to freeze on, though. I'm going to
I know.
screenshot that.
I saw her froze and I'm like, oh no, did I die or did she die?
We're just going to wait for a moment. Tonight's been a weird night. I'm, however, going to grab that image. And I'm going to go drop that.
Let's try this.
Oh, we can hear you, but your image is still frozen.
Well, it's weird because I can see everything just fine. I see all of you moving. I see myself moving.
It's probably because you're on mobile then.
Try toggling. Yeah, right there.
There we go. Ta-da!
Am I there?
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay.
So they batten Alorah down into the bolted down steel chair.
Yeah.
These are my comrades. They are the ones that found you. Now, I'm going to ask you a specific question, Alorah, and this determines if I help you. Because right now, as is, the Second Inquisition is hot on your trail. Now, if you offer me a boon, I can make this all go away.
Can you do me a favor and give me that in English, please?
A boon, it's what us kindred and kings deal with when it comes to a servitude, a favor of sorts. In this case, I'm thinking a blood boon from you. Now, if you want to know as to what a blood boon is, comparatively speaking to that of any other boon, it is less than a life boon, more than a major boon, more than a minor boon, and well over the overhead of a trivial boon. To offer any of those underneath a blood boon would be a great insult to me, who is now, at present, saving your existence from going up in ash.
I have questions. It's
Ash?
not any kind of a bond, is it? It's just
No.
an I owe you one?
It's a favor. It's a
Okay.
blood. It is of a blood favor, which means that because I'm saving your life, anything less that I ask for, up until such time as you either give me something of great and grand value, will be indebted. You will seek to give said things. But you may not want to pay that back just yet, even if you do agree to a blood boon.
So, I'm going to step in here for a moment, because that is a new term, and I'm going to give you, as the player, a bit of context outside of game. Okay? A blood boon is only appropriate when the collector of the boon risked his or her assets or friends for you to put themselves at some direct risk of losing their existence. A blood boon is truly a terrible debt, which might not ever be repaid. While it is owed, you may never vote against. While it is owed, you may never vote against the owner's interests. You may never speak directly against him. You must teach him when he requests it. And if he demands your political support, he will get it. If giving such support actually endangers your life in the real way, that actually makes the debt paid in full. If they demand dark clan secrets like thaumaturgy, teaching them such negates the debt. If you risk your existence to save the owner of the boon, the debt is cancelled.
So it's like a servitude kind of thing.
It is, to a degree.
Okay.
Back into scene.
So before you answer,
Mm-hmm.
I have to know something.
What is it that you wish to know?
Are you saving me because I'm cute?
I'm saving you because you will be playing a bigger part in my grand scheme of things. Do you see the compatriots around me?
Yeah.
They too did something very similar to what you are going to be expunged from, i.e., saved. Each of them were offered the same.
So I get to follow you around and wear fancy things?
Oh, no, this was just merely a favor I asked of them. None of them have actually paid their debt in full, but I don't think any of them really wanted to pay their debt in full, considering the gravity of the situation that the Second Inquisition would be going after you directly, or any one of your friends. Tell me.
Yeah, I have friends. Did you guys
Yes.
get my friends too?
Oh, yes.
Okay. In that case, I don't see the harm.
Okay. And he signs over a contract for you to sign in blood. Here's a pen. It's not a pen, it's ink. It has a knife at the end.
I just want to step in here and let you realize that you're giving Alorah a sharp object.
Yep.
Alorah, you better fucking sign that. You better fucking read everything, including any fine lines.
Out of character. We're in a bit of a shitstorm, ladies.
Out out of character. Still always going to read for the fine print.
Saving lives.
Fine print.
Already screwed. Ash or sign? Ash or sign?
Just make sure you know the full parameters of what you're signing.
I'm going to step in here for a sec because you two can't talk to one another.
I know.
All you have to do, prick your finger, put it on
Yes.
this dotted line.
Ow.
As you can tell, as far as I know, you are now indebted to me. Which means,
Okay.
at present, I ask you to learn from us. All of us.
So now I have to go to school? I just signed my life for school? I mean, we could have been worse. I kind of expected excitement, but okay. Small killing machine here, but that's nice. I can do school.
If you were a killing machine, you wouldn't be in the situation that you're in.
I'm sorry. Did you miss the part where I kill people?
You're
Nom
in a
nom.
that does all of that. Has done, and has done more.
Okay, fine. I will learn this. Wait. But do you specify Gangrel in there? Because Daddy never came back for me. I feel kind of abandoned, and no one's taught me anything, and I don't know anything about the Bigfoot that made me.
Alorah's got some serious daddy issues.
So what you're telling me is, you have protein, yes?
Yes. I know I
give me-
have cats. I can talk to cats.
Give me 1 second. I think I needed. I needed. Look up Look up the V5 companion. Blaze.
What are you looking for?
Vicissitude.
Vicissitude? 1 moment.
Yeah,
It
out
was
of character, I had a moment because I'm unbondable, so I had to be like, is this going to be okay? Okay, as long as it's okay.
Okay,
Because my blood makes
Yeah.
money.
It doesn't make money.
It says it in the book. I can sell my blood.
Yes, you could.
Because
What?
I'm unbondable.
I wouldn't. That's such a breach.
Wait, what about your blood makes it so that way you can make money off of it?
She
Yeah.
could literally
I
say,
have-
"Blood makes no mind," and basically go and walk away.
So I took the merit for unbondable, so I can't actually be bound to anyone. I can still have, the boons, but I can't be blood bound to a single individual at all. But I can sell my blood.
All right
Yeah.
then.
Okay, what are you looking for with vicissitude?
I'm looking for the dice pool, or actually what the system is. Do I do 1 rouse check?
1 second.
I know it has the amalgam of Dominate 2, which he has.
In 5th edition of Vampire Vicissitude is no longer its own independent discipline, but an amalgam power of several abilities made possible by combining the disciplines of Protean and Dominate.
He has that.
Okay.
Which is why I'm asking, can you give me the system?
1 second.
It should be a rouse check for vicissitude.
Bear with me, I'm having some issues locating it.
No worries. If not, look up flesh crafting specifically because that's the prerequisite for vicissitude, which is the reason why I'm going for that. And I need to use the restroom. So give me a sec. I'll be right back. Vampires don't need to use the restroom, but I do.
Right. Well, while we're looking for that, then I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, where's my pause button disappeared? That's awkward. Cool, I guess I'm just cutting this entire section out. Love it.
I was going to say it took me a minute to figure out what protean I had. And I have weight of a feather, which hasn't come in handy for anything because I'm already so small. I mean, I could have made it easy on them carrying me around, just make myself light as a feather.
Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
I was thinking the same thing.
Since you're carrying me around, let me just lighten the load here.
Hell no, I'm gonna make it as difficult as possible, Mitch.
Even I'm over here going, damn it, Alorah, why are you an ass? Like, I love you, but come on, lady.
Speaking of being carried around, that just brought up some things.
Ha! I mean, in my brain, I was like, ooh, Alorah's probably over here thinking, like, I bet we all now have to pay this boon. I have no idea what's happening in the other areas or where my friends are, and I'm just like, well, hopefully this happens to everyone, and I'm not just, like, going off on some rebel thing.
I'm assuming we'll probably each have to offer the boons individually. I don't think it's one of those things that you can do, like, for us.
What the hell?
Right, but in Alorah's brain, she's hoping that that same offer is being made to everyone, so we can all still stick together. And like, she's just like, oh please, because I only know them, and I need to cheat on tests, and he has me going to school.
Just get your furry little animal friends to get you the answers.
That's not it.
Alright.
Where the hell
There's a
is it?
squirrel in the classroom. Damn it, Alorah. The answer is C.
Pretty much. Or, you know, become Lady of the Flies.
So,
Hang on.
vicissitude is one rouse check, and it's resolve protean.
As
but
I
the one
found it.
Yeah,
Well, the
I'm going to be doing
anyways.
flesh crafting, which is resolve proteans, and it's just, well, no, it'll be vicissitude. Vicissitude is on me. So it is one rouse check. Doing that right now. 7.
That is a pass.
Okay. Now, so it's resolve protean. So resolve 5 plus protean, which is a 4, that's 9. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Ooh. Ooh. I'm lucky. Okay. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes, with 2 of them being crits.
So that'll give you, in V5, that'll give you an extra 2 successes. So if you had 8 successes, that turns into 10.
So essentially, what Alorah sees is he lifts his hand, and all he sees is the flesh start to slide down and then go bigger and bigger until claws start to pop out on both sides, on his right hand, talons of that of an eagle.
I think you need to get that checked. That does not look okay.
Oh, I thought you were a user of protean.
I mean, I can make myself really light. Like, I mean, I'm already small. but that's all I got. Like, I'm not heavy. It's just that that that.
So you need to learn. So you need to learn.
I mean, I could be really quiet and I could be really light. That's as far as I go. Oh, and I talk to cats. But is that why Bigfoot happened?
Hand goes back to normal.
Also, remind me not to piss you off. I don't want to get slapped with talons.
Just an FYI, you could do the same thing, given the right training.
I can turn into a bird. Oh my god!
No, I wouldn't try that. But
She wants to fly like an eagle.
Given enough time, you may be able to hone your skill above neonate abilities. You're brand spanking new, from what I can tell.
I am. I apparently I lost 5 years from the night with Daddy till like I woke up like a month and a half ago, and that's all I got.
Well, are you still under this daddy sire of yours?
I haven't seen him since the night that he turned me and told me that's what I should call him. Oh, and I took a chicken to the face. We can't forget that.
Okay. Well,
And then I killed my
like
parents.
it sounds like he has released you under either false pretenses or he has given up. I'm not sure which, but I won't.
So you're my daddy?
I'll be the step-in sire. You can call me stepdaddy.
Yes!
And he takes the piece of paper and he turns to Catherine and Vance and says, "You may unchain her now. She is not going to harm you or anybody here."
The chains are dropped just like that.
Stepdaddy, what are you doing?
Oh!
I was thinking it.
Y'all a bunch of perverts and I love it.
Vance, stay with her. Come with me. We've got the next one to go to. And that will be where he opens the door and in steps into Dee's room.
Wait, am I with you? Am I just
Nope.
following you now?
Nope, you're with Vance right now. You stay with Vance.
D, as you are whimpering about your current situation, the door once again opens. And
Just
in
basically telling the dude in front of me, the one that looks like what's his name, Hitman. Like what I know about what happened to me and what I was able to find out on my own.
Yep.
I'm just putting the kids to bed. Back.
No worries, thanks. The door opens, and in steps somebody that you've never seen before. Give yourself a bit of a description.
So you see, at present, you see a pretty slim guy with a cardigan, the hood down, long brunette hair, glasses, a little rough around the face. Looks rather unseeming, but then again, most Mask of the Thousand Faces give unseeming appearances. Not very distinguishing. I'll take it from here. The bald man gets up,
Yep.
walks to where the bone collector can sit down. Hello, D.
Are the files still on the table?
Just one.
Yeah, but wait, is that file the one that has all of my past life in it?
Do you really want to live in the past, D?
I want to understand what happened. I want to at least know where I come from.
You want to know where you came from? Earth. You came from Earth. You came from a mother and father. And here's the other thing. You died in that life. Do you really want to be dead? It's a yes or no question.
No, I don't want to be dead.
Then remove your mind from that thought. Don't live in the past, live in the present right now. Right now, the Second Inquisition is hot on your trail. Why do you think we stepped in? So, he slides the manila envelope in front of him.
So I'm just going to step in here for a second. As the manila envelope is slid in front of him, you catch just a brief glimpse of a butterfly, red and black. As a matter of fact...
That's the symbol I saw at the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
This, as he opens it up, has your new identity.
I take a look at it.
It's a mask. It's zeroed. You'd never be traced back. All you have to do is accept and offer me a boon.
What's a boon?
A boon is something of a favor. And considering the grave situation that I'm saving your life, it is technically a life for a life. Do you accept in offering me a life boon?
I'm taking a look at the file that has my new identity on it. What's the name on it?
Pick one.
So I'm going to, again, step in here for a second. Give me one moment.
He's not offering a blood boon like he did.
Yeah, no, he is not. So this is going to take a bit more of an explanation for you, just a bit of meta knowledge, so you know exactly what you're getting into here as a player. Okay? Life boon. A life boon may only be claimed if the claimer of the boon truly laid his very existence on the line. Fighting clearly inferior opponents does not count. The possessor may demand anything he likes. Anything. The debt is only repaid by saving the life of he who owes the boon. Or he may demand anything short of that to get it, and you'll still owe him. There's also the possibility of being freed from the boon if the one you owe absolves it. But then again, how many kindred are going to throw away a life boon? This is a true life for a life. One moment. Thunka, thunka, thunka.
All right.
Thunka, thunka, thunka.
Sorry. Because there's a thing on my character sheet that we went over when we were first creating my character, and I want to know how that particular thing comes into
Deficient
play.
blood? It does not come into play for this.
Okay. Cool. So, considering that a lot of this is happening because of my fuck up, largely because of my fuck up, D is like feeling awfully guilty about like this shit. Because if it weren't for her, none of her friends would be in danger like this. Or having to deal with any of this sort of bullshit at all. So D is kind of just feeling responsible for all of this. Is there a way that I can get my hands unbound to take care of this?
He turns over to Bethany, nods.
She nods back and will untie your hands and your arms, leaving the rest of you still secured for the moment.
Pulls out the piece of paper, slides it over, offers that same knife, pen.
And she takes it in her hand. She's going to read over everything on that document. She has a feeling that she needs to. Almost
It
as
says-
if out of habit that she's not aware of really having, except for, well, she knows that she at least worked for a law firm. So it's like, okay, maybe it's a habit to actually read all of this. So I have to read all of it.
It is, as it says, a life boon, a life for a life that she would owe him.
And no, like, fine print bullshit.
No.
Okay.
It is an old English writ, though, so you'd notice that.
Storyteller, would I still be able to understand, even in Old English,
For the
how...
So technically Old English would normally be considered, an entirely different language, but for the purposes of this, you can get the gist of it.
Okay.
He's not a complete dick.
I'm just wanting to make sure it's not the first game that I've played where I had to make deals with devils. So, and she looks at the pen knife thing, kind of is reminded of an X-Acto knife. So do I just prick my finger on this like a thumb, or?
Yep.
Okay. And just get that signed. Okay. And then return the things signed and whatnot.
A moment later, the paper's snatched from your hand as he stores it away safely.
And then he takes it. Sign your name, not your name, your new name. Here.
I still don't really know my old name, so she just signs it as D, just the letter D.
Give me a sec.
One moment, please. Okay. As you sign it, D, the blighter ink, you're still not quite sure what starts to spread out on this paper, on the signature line. Almost as if somebody's controlling it, but again, you're not quite sure. The name is D, D-E-E.
Or just the letter D.
Nope.
No?
It starts to fill itself out. You can go by D if you wish, but this is what starts to appear on that line. Trudeau. T-R-U-D-O-W.
So, Trudeau.
Give or take.
Really?
Give or take. How old is D? Just out of curiosity.
Hold on. So, D.
I will send you a copy of the name.
Okay. I just put it into my character sheet.
Yep.
But when she initially died, she was 29 years old, given that she is 5 years ahead of, well, like it's now
So,
5 years later, she'd be
29
considered 34.
29 will do.
Yeah.
1 sec.
Along with that, you are also handed some documents
Okay.
with this information on them.
Okay.
The first of which is a birth certificate.
Mm-hmm.
The second of which is a driver's license with an Edmonton-based address. After that is a social insurance number, Canadian-based.
Mm-hmm.
And a letter with a mailing address on it that
Is
matches
it like
what's on the
a bill
driver's license.
or a letter?
That matches what's on the driver's license.
Okay.
The birth date on your driver's license and your birth certificate read June 17th, 1994.
Okay.
This is your new identity.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Now that this given to you, you will be helping me in a greater scheme than you even realize. But for now, you're going to be taught in a strict Camarilla way, or Camarilla way. You will learn and exist and breathe and conform to the 6 traditions of the Camarilla.
I still don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
You will learn. I will teach you.
Okay.
And he turns to Bethany and gives her a nod to release her.
Bethany
By
stands
the-
up, and a moment later you feel the chains wrapping you grow slack as they drop to the ground.
By the way, your friend Alorah is safe. And he walks out the
Can
door.
I see her?
Door's open.
Did you gesture to which door?
Your door is
No,
open.
he walked out the door.
I go and follow him through that door. Do I see Alorah?
In the, you would in the. I would. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You're the
At this point, you would in the hallway.
Alorah! I
You're
just
you're
go and
muted.
run and hug her.
By the way, Alorah,
Yeah.
you're going to get a new identity too. So find a name that you are comfortable with, kine, as it were. That's humans to you guys. Same concept. You call them kine. That you don't mind being answering to. Because the name you're going by now, well, it's bugged and riddled. And it will be eventually scrubbed by myself and the SI. Essentially the reason why you both owe me. Because in doing so, places a massive target strictly on my back.
So you adopted me and I get a whole new name?
Yep. All of you are going to be offered this. Stay here. Bethany, follow me.
She does so without hesitation. It's like he says jump, and she didn't even say how high. She just jumps.
What about Val and Renee?
I'm getting to them. And he walked into Val's room.
Val, your door opens, and in walks this gentleman. And he just looks at you for a long moment before he says anything.
Bethany, close the door.
She does so. A moment later, a thud.
Walks over. Sits in the chair adjacent to Val. Hello, Val.
Bonsoir.
Do you go by Mad Val or just Val?
I prefer Val. The mad part. That's other people's doing.
There's a lot of speculation about you. Care to explain?
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to be a bit more precise as to said speculation.
All right, if you really wish to twist my hand on this, pulls out a red envelope, sets it on the table.
As he does, one of the papers spills out, just kind of the edge peeks out, and you can see what appears to be a black and red butterfly on it. You might recognize it.
I do. Do I remember what it means now?
Interesting question. You, my dear, what would that fall under for you? That's going to be either insight, or that's going to be... I might, you know what? I'm going to give you an intelligence and resolve for that one. Make it a good one. Sorry, Bone Collector, give us a second. Val's been around for a while.
I figured as much.
You can say she's a rather dicey lady.
Yeah, she's got quite a long history to her.
Okay, here's what we got.
All right.
She's got a lot to roll with.
Keep on rolling.
2 4s and a 3.
2 4s and a 3. Okay, 3 fails.
1 6.
Yeah, that's a success.
2 8s.
2 successes.
1 9.
Yep.
3 10s.
2 3 and another 2, so that's 9 altogether. Yeah, you have an inkling, but you don't know much. That being said, what you do know is even at the time that you were alive, well, the time that you were undead for and still conscious, there were whispers in the darkness. Mutterings of people who made deals with other individuals. Whispers of events supposed to have turned out one way. And suddenly, a change of heart for some of the players may have avoided the eradication of entire populations. But nobody knows exactly where these outside influences came from until rumors started circulating about an organization known as the Black Butterfly Society. This is their symbol. It has been seen all throughout the ages, and as far as you can tell, where the Black Butterfly is concerned, it is world-altering events, changing the course of the world from the shadows. And you also know that when you were young, they were old.
I see.
They never... The events that they have changed have always turned out for the better. That's about all you know.
Okay.
He pulls out the piece of paper and sets it down and asks, as he looks up at her, "What happened in Rome?"
She wasn't tortured in Rome. She was tortured in France.
Oh, what happened in France? Apologies. What happened at what I know city?
Probably by now that city probably wouldn't exist anymore, kind of deal.
That city's been wiped off the map for quite a while.
Yeah.
Because
it would
plot!
But would he know what the city is?
No.
Or was?
No.
Okay. What happened in France?
Something extremely unfortunate. What is it exactly that you want to know? How I came to the state I was? What happened to the city? Or is it that you just want to know all of it?
I want to know what you know. And we could do this the easy way, where you tell me what you know. Or we could do this the hard way, where a combined force will be entering your head and finding it ourselves.
Oh, that's not necessary. You misconstrued my questions as reticence, where in fact I prefer preciseness. That is all.
And I want to hear it from your perspective.
It started out as a average night. Marcus and I were going to get a late night snack when, out of nowhere, my brother, Etienne, came rushing to the door in a panic, much unlike him. And all he said was, "They found us, and they're all dead." Well, I'm sure you can imagine who they were. And the entire town was ablaze. We were able to get away just outside of town. No one was supposed to know we were there. I went to sleep, or so I thought, when I heard my brother screaming. And then my coffin was opened, and a voice said, "You'll do just fine." And I was staked. And then, apparently, 1,000 years later, I wake up in a room with no memory or knowledge of who or what I am, with 3 other newborns who are just as clueless.
I see. But you are old, and they are not.
You could say, in a way, that I am old now and I was not then.
Time has a weird experience on us.
It really, really does. I'm still adjusting to the concept, I suppose. These new times are intriguing and confusing. I'm afraid I let myself rely on those younger than me because their
Considering you're the
familiarity with the time. I did not really know my age.
Considering you're the elder, you're the responsible one.
Oh, I'm sorry, no one's ever called me responsible before.
Even I was about to say, hold on.
I suppose in a way, yes, I should have been. You'll have to, I suppose, forgive an elder's lapse in again, time. It's a funny thing. As I said, when your Camarilla, as I seem to think, has blossomed into something rather significant. When it started,
I'm not.
I'm
not Camarilla.
That's what I thought.
I'm neither. None. A ghost, a hermit, if you will. I don't exist to the Camarilla. I don't exist to Sabbat. I don't exist to the Anarch movement. I don't exist because I don't play those games. I do watch, though.
That seems rather
And the
prudent.
I uphold one thing and one thing only, loyalty above all things. And that goes beyond a political scheme of elders in the jihad.
Then I suppose you'll find yourself soothed to know that I never cared for those things either.
But you will, for the matter of these neonates. And for yourself, I will offer you this once and once only. I have scrubbed the SI database of all their information. Yours is the only one I'm going to be trying to scrub for a long time. And in doing so, will place me and my team, my group, of which I'm offering to you the ability to learn from. But there is a price to it, as all things have. Because you are the responsible one, you're the eldest. By Camarilla law, you should be tortured. You should be meeting final death, based on breaking the first tradition, and not teaching the neonates. But I have use for you yet. Just as I'm sure you'll have use for me. And I know you know, above all else, what a life boon means.
I do.
So in order to give you a new identity, one where you can hide among the kind without the worry of the SI, so long as you don't fuck up, I offer a new, clean slate to you. But in doing so, all you have to do is offer a life boon to me.
You do. Well, you know me well enough. You have a good idea of how old I am and who's behind me. That's not a small favor you're asking. But given the circumstances, I do believe it is, well, the only appropriate one. So, a life it is.
Pulls out the same slip he had shown D. Offers the same knife pen to her.
Pokes the finger, signs your name. Here's your pen.
And a moment later, without even having to ask, your chains are loosened as they drop to the ground and your extremities free. As they drop, another voice, feminine voice, speaks up from the doorway. I see you've made our guests comfortable.
As comfortable as it can be expected with removing their debt.
I expect you got the point across.
You should be good to go. I have my ability to be here in the city. As far as I'm concerned, unless there is something that you want to say.
I have a vehicle waiting outside, a limo. Do me a favor and bring our new friends.
Oh, certainly.
And this shadow walks off. You don't really get a good look at her as she makes her way down the hallway.
Was the voice
Well,
recognizable in any way?
Nope.
Not even. Oh, did Alorah and I see this shadow in the hallway or no?
You would have seen the shadow. You might have heard mumblings from her, but she basically walks out of the building.
Would I recognize that voice?
No.
Damn it.
There's a walking shadow.
Just continuing to hold Alorah as she just like,
Back
Can
to
we
scene.
follow the shadow?
Please, follow me. As he gets up, and all of them start moving towards the door.
Yep.
Single file out the door.
Yep.
I'm gonna whisper up to Val though. Val, that was fun, right?
I'm just looking at Alorah with concern as she says this to Val.
Yes.
Okay, am I the only one who had a good time?
Tell me that after I replace this shirt.
I just pat
Again.
Alorah on the head.
As you all move outside, there is what appears to be a stretch limo waiting. Looks fairly conspicuous in this area of town, unfortunately, but not much that can be done about that as the driver gets out and opens a door for you. This car is black, it is unmarked, and the one thing that you do notice is that these windows are tinted well beyond the legal limits. You cannot see in at all. It's like looking into a mirror.
Dang.
I just want to point out that I think all those chains wrinkled my shirt and I didn't notice until we got up here. But now that I'm looking at me, like, I see this.
The driver rolls his eyes.
Just get in.
Waiting.
From inside the car, you hear that same feminine voice. Just get in the goddamn car.
Okay. Sorry. Getting in.
I'm just waiting for the other two to get in. I get in
You
last.
guys pile in, find yourself a seat. And she pokes her head out the door. You too.
I have one more I have to deal with. Do you want me to do that at a later night?
Yeah, you know what? Go do that. We'll deal with that at a later time. You go take care of that. As always,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He goes back into the building with all filing back in and down the steps.
The door of the car shuts, sealing you guys inside for the moment. It's very much sound filtered in here. Almost like it's soundproof. Nobody can hear you talking on the outside, even if you're talking loud. And you see, sitting in front of you, a woman. One moment. I just wrote... God damn it, give me 1 second. You see a woman. You're not quite sure how tall she is, but she has long black hair that trails down to her butt, pretty much. It is fairly luxurious hair, thick. Has an almost unnatural sheen to it. Hazel green eyes. She is wearing a leather jacket and a pair of blue jeans, with what appears to be a t-shirt underneath the leather jacket. And around her neck, for anybody who's paying attention, almost as if purposefully pulled out, you see a black butterfly with a red outline on it. I trust you were not mistreated.
We were treated fairly well, all things considering.
Good.
I don't know. At least I was. Alorah seems pretty fine. Val, are you okay?
A simple invitation probably would have sufficed. We'll deal with the hole in the shirt another day.
Don't worry about the hole in the shirt. We'll cover that.
This is my second car ride of the night.
Second?
Yeah.
What happened during your first?
The woman is looking at you, and all she does is raise an eyebrow.
Well, okay, so I woke up and I was chained up in the backseat of a car, and I was like doing the worm every time that we hit like a bump, and it was really cute. But that's how I met the bone collector-y person-y thingy that we talked to. So, yeah, I was like personally driven in, and then we had our talk, and then I got adopted, and it was cute.
So tell me, which among you owes the life debt?
I do.
Probably.
Two of you. Which must mean our dear Gangrel here must owe a blood boon, I am assuming?
Yep.
Much like you owe that to the bone collector, the bone collector owes that to me. He works for me.
Ah.
We've had our eyes on you for some time.
How long is some time?
Well, in the case of Val... What year is it? 23?
2023.
We've been watching for 900 years, give or take.
Holy crap.
For you two... Well, for you, D, who do you think rescued you from the cabin in the woods? Oh wait, sorry, you wouldn't remember that yet. We'll fix that.
Cabin in the woods? What?
We'll fix that. Don't worry about it. And for you, Gangrel, We've been watching you since, well, shortly after your parents.
Oh, after I ate them?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, she ate her parents.
I'm just...
That's beside the point. Look. We're gonna teach you, okay? Y'all are gonna learn. One way or another, you are going to learn, whether you like it or not.
As long as it can help us survive.
We
and thrive or something like that, whatever it is.
will do the
Bird
best.
really wants to go night night. I will be right back.
Yep.
And say night night.
Night night, Grim. We will do the best that we can. The best that we can is probably better than anybody else could do. We have a wide... let's just say we have a large network that has been millennia in being set... there's been millennia in setting up that network. We have infiltrated businesses, corporations, governments.
Ooh, did you infiltrate any taco shops?
She just looks over at you for a second.
Oh.
I can't eat them, but I can still love them.
He is also looking at you, Alorah. It's like, the fuck?
Is she...
Am I the only one who enjoys this stuff?
You said you were watching her for a while. You would know about her adopted daughter named Penelope.
Okay.
She technically adopted 4 doors and named them all Penelope. She's got a teddy bear named Penelope, but that was given to her.
And as of tonight, I have 3 daddies. I have daddy and Dory.
Driver, stop the car.
Oh no.
The car screeches to a halt. Do you want me to let you out here so you can figure out what to do on your own?
Mm-mm. Nope.
Kitty shush.
Okay.
Fine.
Keep going. And a moment later, the car starts back up again. Your lodgings are not going to suffice. We have secured you, and your humans, by the way, a place to stay, a place of your own, property of your own, with enough bedrooms for all of you, complete with darkened rooms should you need them. She just kind of licks her fangs for a second. You work for us now. Because, much like my dear bone collector said, bigger things are afoot. There is a much bigger prize to be had. And as much noise as you create, you may possess skills that might come in handy for us. Specifically, a certain Methuselah amongst your ranks.
Methuselah? What?
She's looking directly at Val.
She's
told him how old you
referring
are?
to my...
Have you told them how old you are?
Not exactly.
Clear the air.
I am 1,205 years old.
Wow.
Was also embraced by an antediluvian for the sake of what that means for you. Pretty much the beginning of her line. You have the equivalent of a nuclear bomb sitting in your group.
Concern face on D.
The fact that she is apparently protective of you bodes well for you. I would not want to be the one who crosses her path, but that being said, we're going to be setting you guys up as not a strike team, but a special ops team.
Please make it a good question, Kitty.
She just looks at you. Is this about a door or tacos?
No,
What is your question?
I don't have a donor yet. I just kind of been nomming randomly. Can we find me one?
We'll take a look and see what we can find. In the meantime, there's an individual by the name of Leah that is currently residing with your group that you may want to talk to about that.
Yeah.
We've also set you up bank accounts, into which a sum will be transferred every month in exchange for your services.
That. Yeah.
We will make sure that your needs are taken care of. In return, we expect loyalty, and should any of you talk about us, well, let's just say there's a reason we've existed for 2,000 years, and people don't really know who we are.
She's being entirely truthful. Do not take this lightly, ladies.
Okay.
So what say you?
What do you want us to do first?
Good answer. You have a good head on your shoulders.
It's been known to happen on occasion.
As for your friend Renee, the doctor, we are in the process of acquiring her. She will be delivered, as will all of your belongings from the church. We will notify Father Douglas, who, by the way, is a whole other fucking issue that we need to deal with.
Is he okay at least?
He was. But he might not be for much longer. We'll talk about that at a later date. Your belongings will be transferred to your new residence. The apartment will be cleared out. And as my dear bone collector mentioned, you're going to be scrubbed. Don't make us regret this.
Yeah, I really hate bats. I get it.
I do have one question.
Yes.
Are you the ones looking, we'll say, researching my blood?
We are not.
Are you aware of what I'm talking about?
We are, and we are looking into it.
Then that's all I need to know.
If you're wondering whether or not we're for you or against you, the fact that you're sitting in my car should be proof enough. I don't let just anybody into this car. It's a bitch to clean.
That's not why I was asking. But thank you for the reassurance.
And D?
A couple questions. One that does kind of pertain to Val's particular predicament, but the other one pertains to Father Douglas. You said that he was okay, but he's not for very much longer. Is there a way to help him?
He's made some very powerful enemies, and he has a habit of ruffling feathers lately. Especially especially when it comes to a certain 4 individuals that he wishes to protect.
That's why I'm asking if there is a way to help him. Because if it weren't for me, especially, he wouldn't be in this mess.
Oh, he'd still be in this mess. This mess started long before you met him.
Still,
Was it the wafers?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ask.
It's a kitty, Alorah. And I'm lightly patting her on the head. I still feel bad for my part in his mess.
Good. That means not all is lost. It's that spark that keeps you not relevant, but sane for the most part. Well, I mean, as sane as any of us can be, but again, story for another day. You hear the driver call back. 10 minutes to destination.
Okay, so we just have to, like, pull out our Power Ranger-ness and go save Daddy Dougie. It's not that hard, right?
It might be more complicated than that, Kitten.
He's attracted to some unsavory types, shall we say. But when the time comes to move, in the case of Father Douglas, you folks will be the first to know.
Okay.
As much as I hate to admit it, he's done me a couple of favors, and my cold, dead heart does warm a little bit when he comes around for tea every so often.
The other part of the reason why there has been a curiosity as to why there has been research on Val's blood type or something about her blood, we stumbled upon a box in Father Douglas's storage area just outside of where we were staying, and that box had all of her information in it.
The lady looks to Val.
Father Douglas said he didn't know where it came from.
Yeah.
Though he was obviously lying, but he'd made it clear that he was lying for a reason.
Yeah, he doesn't lie lightly. He's not the type of man to lie like that.
I gathered as much at the time.
There was also, it's also part of what led into how we came about to that building in the first place.
So I will tell you right now, if that box was in the church of that basement, he's the one that put it there.
Probably trying to give you a hint, Val.
As far
I'd
as
also assumed as much.
As far as what we've been able to figure out, and again, we're still piecing pieces of the puzzle together, because as much as we hate to admit it, there is somebody who is moving counter to us, which I hate mysteries. Looks again at Val. Don't bite any other kindred for the moment.
What?
I have no intention of committing diablerie.
Good.
If that's what you mean.
Or you're going to end up with piles of dust.
The heck is this called?
We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
You have something in your system right now that is poison to us. We don't know what it is. But we do know that you've been experimented on. And again, we just don't know who.
Val?
Yep.
I'd feared as much, but Elijah promised me he was looking into it.
Elijah's resources don't go nearly as far as ours do.
I'd also gathered as much.
He likes to
Believe it
think
or
he's
not,
hot
I
shit.
have heard of you before.
And with that, the vehicle pulls to a stop. Val opens the door, but before each of you get out, she requests your phone. Each of you.
Awkwardly handed over because I still don't get how to handle these things.
And a moment later,
I reluctantly hand over my phone.
she hands them back as a new contact. All it says is Alice. With a Y. It's got a phone number. She also hands you a medallion, each of you, on a stainless steel chain. It is a black and red butterfly with an ankh in the center of it. Keep these on you, do not show them to anyone, but should you need access to information and one of ours is currently present, all you've got to do is show the symbol. They'll know what it means. They may not be able to answer right away, but they'll know what it means. Like I said, we have a network. We have leverage. We can get you places. And then she motions to the open door of the car.
Get out.
So would this mean that our contacts level and advantages go up 1 dot?
Not yet.
Okay.
As you step out of the car, you see in front of you what appears to be a giant sprawling mansion. Kind of dilapidated. Like, kind of worn down. Not in use. There are lights on. It appears to be on a fairly large property. Lots of yard. Sitting in the driveway are 2 cars. Sorry, 3 cars. One of them is familiar because it is Elijah's. The other 2 are unknown to you at the moment. And looking up at this towering building, which is 4 stories? 3 stories. I think I had it pinned at 3 stories. You also realize you are out in the middle of nowhere at the moment.
Ooh.
Lots of space.
Did you plunk us in St. Albert?
We'll discuss that at a later time, because this is where we are going to end session for tonight.
Aw.
But I want to give the humans hugs.
As you walk in through the door, and Elijah just kind of looks really puzzled. He goes to ask you a question and then thinks better of it, shuts his mouth, and just like, welcome home, I guess.
And I hug Elijah.
We'll talk about it tomorrow morning. When we wake up.
Where are the others? Where's Marcus?
They're upstairs in their rooms. They're good. The only ones we are waiting for at the moment is Lydia and Renee.
Yeah.
They'll be a little late, but they will show up eventually.
We've been briefed.
All right. Second thing, when you see Leia, can you introduce her to Kitty, please?
Mm-hmm.
I'll see what I can do. But, folks, this is where we are ending session for tonight.